Hey everyone, hope we're all doing alright. So today I am going to be doing a little bit of something for my shrimp tank. We all have a shrimp tank. Oh, here's mine. Just put some grape leaves in there for them. They seem to be liking them quite well. I've got a couple of buried females, so I'm pretty happy about that. In fact, I say a couple, I've got 3 and they're all been buried by this chocolate one. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. All the girls are red lilies and I've got chocolate, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get wild. But hey, who knows? Might get something cool. I has this Le Bamboo. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take some bamboo, cut it up a bit, go put it in the shrimp tank. Probably going to stick it together with some super glue, because that's just the be all and end all when you're sticking stuff together, really, in a fish tank, as we all know. But yeah, that's the idea. I've got this idea actually because I was looking online for different hide ideas, because I put some river stones in my tank, and guess what? Yeah, the GH and KH was going sky high overnight. So I figured that's not going to happen. They need some kind of hide. Maybe bamboo? I looked online, couldn't find anything to do with bamboo. I was like, can you make a bamboo hide for shrimp? And all that's coming up is bamboo shrimp diet. Why is my bamboo shrimp hiding? Oh, it's a nightmare. And then I come across a video on YouTube by a bloke called Mark Shrimp Cupboard, not to be confused with Mark Shrimp Tanks. And yeah, he's done it and it looks pretty damn good. But I'm going to go about it a little bit differently. His hide, it looks good, it looks really good. I'm not trying to say it like that, but I'm thinking about them breeding in there as well, you know. If the female wants to hide, just, well, I don't know if I'll be able to show you on this. Let's have a go. But that, there's not much room for them to hide. Obviously I'm going to drill it out, but my idea is going to involve kind of breaking it, splitting it, and then trying to make some other kind of shapes rather than just logs on top of each other. But we'll see what happens, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to take you guys with me, take some videos of me cutting and shiz, see what happens. Stay tuned. As if that's going to stay there, but we'll try it. Right then, so here's the skiddly plan. Ooh. We are going to take this bit of bamboo in a mini, and we're going to cut it into some manageable chunks. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about the easiest way to do it and the quickest way to do it, and a way in which you'll all be able to follow me. Not everyone's going to have one of them, fair dues, but you know, you can cut it down with a handsaw if you want. This is just so it's a little bit easier. And I'm going to cut them into sizes that match a drill bit that I already have, so I can drill them out afterwards. But I'm not going to drill them straight away. The idea is to get the bamboo, cut it into bits, and then I'm going to boil it to get everything out of what's there, and then I'm going to drill it out when I come back down here. After I've drilled it out, I think I'm going to end up splitting some of the pieces so I can lift 2 halves from each other, and then put some almost like pillars either side and glue them on, just to make sure there's a little bit more space. I want there to be enough space for them to breed in there, as well as whatever else they want, you know. So yeah, let's have a go. First things first, I shall need to lift this back onto the bench. Let's not play games. I did something slightly wrong. I was a little bit lenient when it came to making sure everything was clean. There's a few different areas in this video where I can probably say, that might be where I introduced some oil into the tank. That might be where, I reckon that's when I did it. But I just won't know for sure. There's a few different things that I did wrong in terms of, 1, checking that everything was clean, and 2, using the correct tools. But for making a bamboo shrimp hide, it's not really a big issue. Yeah, so have a look along with me. I think you'll enjoy figuring out where I've flipped up, and let's carry on. Let's have a look. I think I'm done fucking about now. We'll see. What's ringing? Fucking hell. Right. Let's try and check what drill bits I've got and what I'm thinking about using. Come here. Come here, bamboo. That looks more like it. Where's my mic? Yeah. Yeah. Every mark I make needs to be smaller than that bit. Obviously you can't go past the flute on these. So you want to mark off with maybe 5mm, half a centimetre hanging out. I wish I could mark this at 50mm, but I've lost that handy dandy bit that clips on there. And I ain't got a magnetic stopper either, so that's no good. Oh well, onwards. Yeah, there's a wall, but you get the point. I've made my marks, they're all 50mm apart. I want them to keep them all about the same size because I just do. It makes it a lot easier when I'm putting it all together, having the same dimension across everything. I mean, you could take it up a bit if you wanted. I can't imagine they'd need anything bigger than that though, really. See what happened there? That's probably worth looking at. You don't want to go in too fast. Bulbs that one up. Oh well, let's keep going. So a lot of them have split. I told you that I'm using the wrong blade. I didn't think it'd be an issue, but well, we'll get them off as we boil them. See that right there? What a dumb place to put the wood you're about to put in a shrimp tank. Wow. So here's the bamboo all cut up. I'm going to use some scissors to snip off the ends. Some of them are still full of stuff, other bits are kind of hollowed out, but I'm going to be drilling them out afterwards. So anyway, on with the weirdness. Ah, bugger. Sunken logs. After the logs had sunk, I chucked them in a pan. I don't know what's up with me today, I'm really acting up. But to dry them off a little bit more so they'll split easier. Hello. We're back. Right, so we've chopped them roughly, and here we go. Here's the rough stuff anyway. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to run a drill down it, hence loud pillow drill. If you ain't got a pillow drill, power drill will do. Hey, I'll tell you what else we'll do, one of them hand jobbies. Huh? Have you got one of them? I ain't. Anywho, I'm just going to turn myself down just there. Yet another big problem. That was not cleaned. I later realised and started using something else. Honestly, because it was too much like hard work, not because I realised it was dirty. Yeah, yet another thing you point to and go, what a silly sausage. I don't know, I've already chewed it up. About 10. So 10 for this, without further ado, let's fuck up this bamboo. Oh, sounds healthy. Didn't actually go all that bad, did it? Quick Luke. Hey, look at that. I'm pretty happy with that actually. Opened it up nicely, it's warmed up a bit. I don't know which. There's 3 cameras on the back of this phone, so I'm just going to light it up with each one. So that's worked quite nicely. I have splintered this, but you know, as it says in my description, I learn things the hard way. I'm not going to go and research the living snot out of it. I will figure out a lot more just doing it, and if you guys like it, I'll do another version of it, but I'll spend a bit more time on it. So that's one. I guess I'll put these in that dog bowl there, the oil and that. Ooh! Make a blowpipe. Oh, fucking hell, I lied! Ew! Eh? More grips. I need some more grips. I need some more grips. But they're dirty anyway. Yeah, that'll do the trick. That went well. That one stuck. Still smell like wood. That's good. So that's them all hold. So we've got them in my dog bin. They're looking lovely. I'm glad I used a new drill bit. My hands are looking a bit grimy, but it's alright.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Get rid of that. Now I've just got to think about how I want to split them up. I think I might just do them straight in half. Just literally split them with maybe a chisel or something. See how that goes. But yeah, let's go and have a look at the next bit. I didn't have any idea that there was any oil in there to begin with. But, you know, within 2 days, I think it was, my first blue dream shrimp died. And I couldn't fathom why. I was like, oh, has that bamboo been under the garage for too long? What's happened? I don't get that. But she was a juvenile, so I thought, okay, maybe there's just some bad genetics there. We don't know. And then about another 2 days after that, so we're 4 days in, I could see that my buried female red relly, or one of, was looking really ropey, and I could chuck food anywhere in her vicinity and she wouldn't take it. She wasn't having any food, and I could see that she was gonna go downhill. I mean, I didn't know, but it was becoming pretty damn obvious that that was gonna happen. So after she died, I was like, there's got to be an issue with this bamboo somewhere. I don't know what I've done. Was the tools not clean enough? Did I throw them on a side where there was oil? Again, I could see in this video a couple of times where I did do that. I should have been much more vigilant in my attempts to keep everything nice and clean. So you will see in my next videos that there is no bamboo hut in my tank. Nothing to do with Mark's shrimp cupboard at all. His worked fine and he's still got his in there, I'm sure. But I was not careful enough. You will start to see halfway through this video that my ADHD starts to kick in. I start to get a little bit silly with the recording because, I don't know, cutting stuff for a long time, drilling holes for a long time, watching things boil for a long time. I've got this thing where I've got to get everything done in one go. I don't know what that's called, but I can't just leave things. I have an idea and it's got to happen right then. Let's get going. And yeah, I can't just leave it alone and wait. I have to sit there and prod and poke while things are boiling. I don't know, it's a bit of a problem I've got to get used to. So I decided to move the bamboo, and guess what I saw on the sand underneath? An oil patch. I can honestly say I was gutted. I was really upset that I'd done that. I wasn't sure how I would remove all the oil. It makes sense that the oil would seep into the sand. Obviously oil is a lot heavier than water. Not all oil, but this type of stuff is. It was very black oil. I was very worried, but all I could do was get that bamboo hide out. I scraped away pretty much all the sand and put some new sand in. And touch wood, we haven't had anything else die in there. And we're now a good 2 months down the line from making this video. So yeah, I think we removed the problem, and it was pretty obvious that it was the oil in the long run. So there you go, that's the end of that. Bamboo's not in there. Can you blame me? I haven't done it again. I mean, if you guys are interested to see the full process of how I did it, not necessarily how I cut the wood and how I lost the plot halfway through, but you know, how I stuck it together and the ideas I had for making the bamboo huts, then I mean, I guess I'll do it again, but I'll be much more careful. The main thing I've learned is to clean your tools. That's the number one at the end of this video. It really is, because otherwise they'd still be in there. I've not just killed a red lily, I've killed all her eggs, which was like 50 plus or something. She had a lot of eggs, and also a blue dream. So it was a big mistake to make. Well, a big impact. It was a relatively small mistake, but something that I should have picked up on and been careful about. Oh well, you know, at the end of the day, at least you guys have got a first-hand account of what not to do when you're working in the workshop, and pretty much what to do when you're making a bamboo hut. I hope it was at least a little bit informative in terms of showing you where I messed up. I think it's important to show where things went wrong as well as showing where things go right. And yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Keep on shrimping. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers.